Hey guys, happy Monday. I'm Maddie Dawson. You're watching Medley with Maddie. After a long time, we are having an episode of Maddie's Trip Report. Basically, I go out and I show you where I went, and was a one-day trek. As you can see, CHINAGA Betta trek. Basically, it's a small hill, I would say. I wouldn't say it's a mountain, it's a small hill. So, because of the season, monsoon season, and we have rains almost every day in this part of country. So, it was very much, what do you say, greenish, I would say, all over. We can see shrubs, grass, plants all over, if you see most of the places where we had to trek was rocks basically, and you can it was difficult because the water was flowing down the rocks, and you can see the algae, so it's difficult to step on it and not slip. So it was very challenging just because of the season, and it's a very easy trek, but because of this condition that we have right now, it's a very challenging trek, and you need to be really careful, because you can get slipped and it might end up bad for you. And I tripped and my friend tripped. So this is not an organized trek, so I went with my friend, so we both went in a car, and we both backed each other. So while climbing up, he was really skeptic and cautious while climbing down. I didn't realize the danger, but once I slipped, and then I really got to know what he felt while climbing up, and how we should be careful, so we shouldn't be kind of complacent. So that's what I came to know. So I'll show you, as usual, I'll show you all the raw videos with no music, and then I'll show you some pictures and how I came to know about this trek. And yes, before all that, I want to remind you about this Friday's movie, which was shot during the trek. I made my friend act, so he's not an actor, he's just friend. But I made sure I made a movie out of him. That was a long term wish, because he's one of my close friends, and he got to act, and he agreed. Thank you. So his name is Anthony, so thank you, Anthony, for agreeing to act. And this is going to be a very special movie for me, and out of 34 movies so far that I've made, and this one will be on my mind whenever I think of different films that I made, tried out different things, because this is going to be a black and white movie with aspect ratio 1:19 is to 1. So it will be an amazing movie, even though it's going to be 2 or 1 minute long. I think I watched The Lighthouse and I decided I want to make such a movie, and the perfect time and place came into picture on Saturday, and I made him act as Robert Brown, the missing botanist. So do look out for this movie. It's going to release this Friday, and it's going to be a different movie, black and white, 1:19 is to 1, and you'll have a different experience watching this movie. So stay tuned, okay? So with that, we will go into the episode of Maddie's Trip Report. I hope there is no issues with the audio. Let me just check. Movie black and white 1:19. Yes, my audio is good. We have a poll. So do you like mountains or oceans, lakes, pond? Which do you like most? So you can cast your vote if you're interested. And let me just tell you all the details. So this is the website, Karnataka Eco Tourism. So I live in the state of Karnataka, Bengaluru, and so there are a lot of since this is a IT hub, and people usually look out for going out on a day. You go early morning, come back by afternoon. Such kind of one day outings and treks are very famous and profound in this part of the country. So we have, like, if you see, we have a lot of places in Bangalore, almost 10 treks listed, so you can choose, and it's around $250 for a person. And you can see Makali Durga, Skandagiri, all we have covered, and these were all famous places. So there are a lot of new treks opening up. So I think CHINAGA BETTA, no one has ever heard of, at least I've not heard of, and my friend picked this. So I sent him like 3-4 treks, and he picked it, CHINAGA BETTA. I thought, why not, we'll go. So it was a very easy trek, but moderate difficulty because of the season I told you, right? So you can see, I'll show you how it was. So yeah, you can actually check out the places if you're in Bangalore, and you can see the overview. All the information is there, and you just have to check for availability and book. So I booked it from here for 2 person, I and my friend. And yes, let us go to the video that I've prepared. Nowadays it's very easy for me, I don't have to spend time editing. I just put all the clips together. No need background music. No, there's no copyright claim because of that, so it's easy to present. Okay, let me just start. So this was the starting point, and the place, you can see, because of the rains, it's a mud road and it's already spoiled, and it's difficult to drive through. So we had to stop the car even before we reached the actual starting point, because we were not confident to go on with the car. I'll show you the car we went.
Wait, now
This is my luxurious friend. So this is this car. This is Anthony, one of my close friends. So we went in this car. You can see the tires, right? How dirty it has become because of the mud road. And it was really difficult driving along that road. So we had to stop somewhere, and even before the starting point. So we had to walk. So
Oh.
yeah. He's saying hi to you all. So thank God the weather was very pleasant. Only we had drizzles for like 5 minutes, but all day it was like climate was like this gloomy, dark clouds, not allowing us to sweat really. You can see the other cars going. This was on the way to a temple from where we have to take the forest starts, and we have to go inside the forest to go up. So this is the stream that I crossed. It was near the temple, and you can see this is the path where we have to go. So from here it's just jungle, kind of looks like a jungle, but I think because of the rainy season, I told you, right, it's a lot of shrubs, grass and plants grown. I think maybe if you come during the summer, the landscape would be different, but I really felt like a jungle. And it is a forest, I guess, basically.
But this is cutout path, trail path. This is how mountain treks will be there.
Yes, I actually felt like a mountain trek because of this jungle that I had.
And
Hi, David Wilson. And yeah, so all over the trek while climbing up, we had such rocks. You can see which is I think this one, right? So you can see it's slippery, and you can see the algae. Maybe it's not visible in this video. Algae or fungus, what do you call? It's green patch, and if you step on them, you're gonna slip. So you have to be really careful.
okay.
And thank God they had painted arrows up and down, up and down arrows, so we can keep track where we are going and not go off track. You can see my friend climbing. See, so while climbing up, he was very cautious. I would say that was very good, because you need to be cautious. Even though you have trekked so many times, you need to be cautious. If you slip, it's going to be you're going to get some injuries while you trip. And I didn't actually see that he slipped. So I didn't realize this while climbing up. I was confident that I've done so many treks, and I kept on climbing even on the wet rocks, but thank God nothing happened to me. And he kept on saying that I'm always treading on a dangerous path. So thank God while climbing up, nothing happened to me.
Come.
Yes. I love the streams, small streams. Slow motion, I guess. Yes. We didn't climb on this. There was a way to go on the side.
Yeah.
And you had this beautiful view. Just we would have climbed maybe 50 meters, 100 meters, 50 or 100 meters, and already we were getting the view. It was an awesome view, and you can see it's almost. I wouldn't say it's an almost. It's a forest. It's just that my friend looked up and it was forest, and that's why he chose this trek. and this was a good experience. Like Skandagiri, you trek
Practice.
inside the canopy. I love taking slow motion videos, especially with when you get a stream, water stream like this. So most of our energy got drained while climbing up, I would say. See, the view is so good. I loved this view, and thank God the weather was pleasant, or else we could have had a harsh weather, heavy thunderstorm or something, but it didn't happen.
It's like you're in a forest, inside a forest.
Yes, that's the way we climbed up. You can see how dangerous this is. Yes, we had to be careful always. All wet rocks mostly, because it's a rainy season and it always rains. Especially last 2 weeks, it's been raining daily, and you cannot see a dry rock that easily. Yeah, you can see the arrow, right? Yes. And I was always mesmerized this view, and unfortunately, we didn't reach the peak. It was, I would say, maybe laziness. We kind of bunked in that pond that we saw in the top.
Transport is easier.
Uh, so we didn't actually go to the peak point,
Same as shoot.
and we actually came back after the flat surface that we had encountered. Yes, this is good. It's good to go. I would say the best time to go to this trek would be monsoon. In summer or after monsoon also you can go. That would be good. Great. Yes, this was a spot where it was flat, and we decided to take a break. Actually, we knew that it was not the peak point, but then we looked around, we couldn't find a way to the top. So we thought this is the end point, and we bunked here. We had breakfast and we came back. So unfortunately, we didn't go to the peak. Maybe I think another 5 minutes to the top. You can see the flat landscape. This was a pond that we bunked and had breakfast. It was very calm, pleasant, and you'll see a view. Actually, I didn't pan up. That's unfortunate. So this is the view. So in front of the lake, you'll get a beautiful frame.
It comes here.
I can see it's like Blue Hills, the 1988 Windows 98 wallpaper. There was a wallpaper Blue Hills. It exactly
See the frame.
seemed like that. We had a couple of ponds, and the other pond I liked it. You can see the other pond. Yes, it is here. That's where we sat and ate our lunch. Breakfast. And this was a weird rock formation. Two rocks holding, or one small rock in between two rocks. Funny. It's like eating that small rock.
It's wonderful, yeah.
And you can see the view was awesome. It's just great, especially because of the forest cover that this hill. And this is when it started drizzling. So apart from this particular moment, there was no rain at all, and we really enjoyed the trek. So it stopped actually after 5 minutes. So cool. So we were wearing not fabric clothes, but kind of nylon, I guess. So yes, it will not be effective. The rain will not be effective, even though you just get dries off your clothes. Yeah, so it was a short trek, but because of the toughness that the landscape had, climbing on wet rocks, and while climbing down we need to be more careful, and we started around 9:30, 10 o'clock, and we came back around 2:30. So yeah, we had good time. We didn't reach the peak, so that's the only thing. I think maybe we can go again. I can plan to go again to this trek, and it'd be a good place. I think if you are in Bangalore, if you're coming to Bangalore for treks, then this is one of the treks you can try out as an explorer. It's a very good trek, and you would definitely love it during monsoon season. Alright, so I'm gonna show you some pictures. Let me just bring it up. I have some pictures, right? I used to take pictures as well. You saw the videos, but let us see the pictures. You can see this is where we climbed actually. So sometimes, walking along or climbing along the sides is not kind of possible, so we had to go through the middle way. And you can see, and this is one of the beautiful photos that I captured. You can keep it as wallpaper. You can see the purity of the water and amazing landscapes. Yes, so this was the temple. Actually, it's the starting point. Temple is actually the starting point. You can see the temple here. I have zoomed it. This was, yeah, so in most of the treks, one-day treks around Bangalore, they are developing this habit of drawing arrows to indicate where to go so that the trekkers would not go off track, and it did help us. So we could see a lot of up and down arrows. That's how we were able to find the path. And initially we were not sure which is the starting path, so we had to ask people in the temple where to go, and they guided us. Hi Jay Ganesh, how are you? Good to see you. Thank you for dropping by. Yeah. Yes, this is a good example of the whole trek. So you'll have dry rocks, but mostly it was wet rocks, and you had to climb through them. So you need to be careful. Yes, I couldn't get wildlife. I think I took a spider that was on my back. I didn't transfer it to my Mac, so I'm sorry. I wanted to show you. I would have really loved to show the spider. Maybe I can. No, it'll take time transferring. This was the place where we bunked. We sat here for like 5 minutes looking at the view. It was very great, You can see the blue hills, and this cloud looks like a perfectly drawn straight line. I think the parts just below that cloud would have definitely received some heavy rains, that is for sure. I'm good. I'm cool. Jay Ganesh. Yeah, I didn't take much photos, but I think a good number of photos were clicked. And the temperature, this was a fish, I think fish or tadpole that I tried to take, but when I zoomed in it was not clear. And the pond, small pond. So I think that's mostly, yes, we have some other clicks. So this is I don't think this is a peak, maybe, I guess. So we missed the peak, unfortunately we didn't go to the peak. And the funny rock. Yes, again, some beautiful views. I can see how much seeing it in a photo is great. And you can imagine if you see it in real, it's going to be really great. I loved the blue hills. Yes, see, it's like a drawing. Good drawing. Yeah, I have the spider. This is the spider I wanted to show you. So it kind of climbed onto my back. And you can see this is the pattern in my back. So if you look at with naked eye, you're gonna not see this pattern. So it's actually my bag, and there was this small spider on top of it, and I clicked a really zoomed in picture. And this is as I and Anthony. I don't know how the hell all these photos came here. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of selfie, so we had no other choice, so we took a selfie. Yeah, that's mostly it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video episode. and it's a very good trek that you should check out if you're in Bangalore and you have showed you how do you get there. You can check this Karnataka Eco Tourism website. You will have a lot of options. You can choose your own spot, and 250 bucks. Any trek is going to be 250 bucks early morning, or you can go at your own time and come back. It's like 1 day trek. It's not going to take you more than a day. You can go in the morning and come back in the evening. So it's kind of a 1 day outing. I hope if you can, I was informative and you really enjoyed this stream. Once again, I'm going to remind you about this Friday's movie that was shot during this trek. My friend has acted in it. He's not a great actor, or he's not an actor at all, first of all. So he was willing to be part of it just because of me, and he readily agreed. And once again, thank you to Anthony. So it's going to be a very special movie for me because it's going to be black and white and with an aspect ratio 1:1.19:1. It's a different film, so I don't want to make films. I want to make different films, and when I get chance like this, it's kind of learning for me, and I'm gonna be experimental, right? So this fits in all categories. Missing Botanist, Dr. Robert Braun, releasing on this Friday, 5:55 p.m. only at MWM YouTube TV. Stay tuned and look forward to it. Okay. So yeah, we'll continue this week's schedule as we have. No, in the previous week. Tomorrow it's going to be a gaming Resident Evil. We're gonna clock like 2 hours at least tomorrow, because last week I was not able to play for long duration. And Wednesday I think I'll review Uncut. Not review. I'll talk about Uncut Gems. I really like. I'm like watching more Adam Sandler movies nowadays because of those movies. So yeah, and Thursday I think we have finished Call of Duty, so we will replace that with Plague Tale Innocence. So we were playing it here and there. So we'll put a spot Thursday evening for Plague Tale Innocence. It's a very good story game that I like, and I would really like to play it for 2-3 hours on a weekday slot. And Friday, yeah, movies releasing, and hopefully this week I'll try to do 2 live streams gaming. So it's going to be a busy schedule, and thank you so much for the support. And I want to show you that we have a community tab. So it's available. Since we have crossed 500 subscribers, we get the community tab where you can directly interact with the subscribers especially, and also whoever comes to our channel, right? So I'm waiting for a special occasion to post something, an image or poll or video, and I'll definitely do that. So I'm not a big fan of gaining a lot of subscribers, and I have to be. This is one good option because I can be interactive with my subscribers. So I will definitely try this out. But I'm waiting for the special occasion to kickstart. So do look forward to it. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Let me bid adieu. You're watching Medley with Maddie. I'm Maddie Dawson. See you until the next stream. Bye bye.